continuing closures.
It's a great community. It's a great time. I wish the city would do more of this.
Windsor considers more street closures and more block parties. Dire straits.
When the winter comes, there's really nowhere else for them to go.
The Windsor Youth Centre in urgent need of help this holiday season. And surfs up on Lake Superior.
Instant brain freeze as soon as you go underwater.
The plus side of high winds on the Great Lakes.
CTV News with Stephanie Mazzotti.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on TV and radio. Stephanie is off tonight. I'm Michelle Maluske. The success of this week's NFL block party has many asking for more of the same. It's estimated about 2,000 people braved the cold to check out Thursday's event. It also raised an interesting question. Should the city close the streets more often for these events? CTV's Bob Belichico was there and he joins us now with what people say to that answer.
I'm a downtown boy. I say 100% yes. Yesterday was awesome. The vibe downtown when the streets are closed is great. Now, I spoke with a few people who came up with different ideas and different ways to enjoy block parties more often.
I think Windsor is a fun place to live, but they could definitely do more events and stuff. And like, it's really nice that this is free.
Thursday's block party was a prime example of why street closures work in downtown Windsor.
It gives people more things to do where they can just walk around and be free to do what they want to do, right? Like, it's not about spending money. It's not about doing any of that. It's about getting together as a community to celebrate, and Windsor does it best.
So Olette Avenue will officially close one last time next weekend for the Santa Claus Parade, but this officially is the last block party of the year, and plans are already underway for next year. So here's the question: would Windsorites like more street closings for events?
Absolutely. Times like this, I love seeing the city come together for events like this. It's amazing.
Now, could the city close a street permanently during the summer like other cities in North America do?
I'd love to close Palliser full-time just to make it the farmers market district. I've looked at Freedom Way, the potential of closing Freedom Way full-time. I've looked at the idea of closing alleyways full-time, but we're not there yet.
We would love to have, like they have in Halifax, a flex street that can be closed for certain times and be able to have people walk around the street and bring more people downtown.
Some like the rotating street closures.
There's things going on in Palliser. There's things going on Chatham Street. It's good. It's coming.
Some like the idea of rotating street closures around the city.
Bring different events like markets and stuff to different areas of the city. I think it would really allow people to get to know the city better and to be a part of the community in all areas.
A snap of the finger doesn't close a street. There's a lot to consider.
It's a coordinated response from the entire city that takes a lot of resources, right? It takes money, it takes time to plan when it comes to an emergency response.
Without strengthening the core, without the City of Windsor, without the BIA, without the mayor's office, you don't see this. You just don't, right? You just don't. So there's a level of cooperation between all of us that we're here to get things done.
And the thing is, they are getting it done and plan to do more. Now, Agostino says he has received a lot of thank you messages from yesterday's block party. Of course, there's always detractors, but that's okay. He says this is not the last time we're going to see the Detroit Lions in the city of Windsor.
I think it's a great idea. I get that it's a lot of logistics. I get that, you know, there's a lot of things that go into it, and maybe some people are critical of it not being wall-to-wall people. Okay. I don't want to go to an event when it's wall-to-wall people. That's a bit of a deterrent for me.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But then the beauty of all of this now is that they've done so many block parties in the last 2 summers that there's a template. So now it's easier, but it's easier for them to go, well, you know what, if we want to do Ottawa Street, like, you know, the rotating idea, or if we want to do Chatham or whatever, the template's there. So now it's just a matter of getting it done. So now it really comes down to the will of the people, the city, the mayor's office, the residents. I mean, if this is what we really want in our downtown revival, we'll make it happen.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I love it. And of course, there's Open Streets, which is my favorite event of the entire year. That's even bigger than this.
That's what I mean. The beauty of these events, when you bring them downtown, you can't deny it. There's something different downtown. There's a magic,
Yeah, that's great. Thanks so much for that. Bob Belichico reporting for us tonight in the newsroom. And so we want to know, what do you think? Should the city close streets more often for events? Go to our website to cast your vote, ctvnewswindsor.ca. Yesterday, we asked if you took the day off to watch the Detroit Lions play on U.S. Thanksgiving. Out of about 400 votes, 85% said no, they didn't. Moving on now, a house fire this morning on Aylmer is being considered suspicious. Officials say the property suffered around $200,000 in damages. The fire broke out around 6 a.m. in the 500 block of Aylmer Avenue. The Windsor fire investigator says the vacant and boarded up house was being used by, quote, unauthorized personnel. No one was hurt. Anyone who has any information on the fire is asked to call Crime Stoppers. Pardon me. LaSalle police stopped an alleged stunt driver going almost double the speed limit in a residential area. The vehicle was stopped shortly after 11 p.m. Wednesday on Sprucewood Avenue. Police say it was clocked going 105 kilometers an hour in a 50. 25-year-old man from Kitchener was charged with stunt driving and, of course, had his driver's license suspended for 30 days, vehicle impounded for 14. Payroll issues today at the Greater Essex County District School Board affecting hundreds of employees. CTV News has learned due to a technical error affecting several different union groups, hundreds of people did not receive their paychecks this morning. A spokesperson for the board says IT and payroll are working on the problem. They expect all employees should have their pay deposits by 6:30 today. Employees who didn't receive their paychecks by that time are instructed to contact their banking institutions. Fran Van Gent, president of the Educational Support Staff Unit of the Ontario Secondary School Teachers Federation, says about 900 members in her unit alone are affected, along with other staff such as janitors and secretaries.
This is an absolutely stressful time. That is not, we're 3 weeks heading into Christmas. This is not the time for something like this to be happening. We are compensated and we should be able to rely on that compensation.
Ontario Works checks for December will be given out by hand. If you have direct payment, nothing changes. Otherwise, you need to pick up your money on Monday. In Windsor, this is downtown at City Hall. In Leamington, you must go to 33 Princess Street. Call ahead to make sure the money is ready, and don't forget to bring your ID. All right, let's check in now on the weather. I'm joined tonight by CTV weather specialist Rita Ismail, joining me with our first look at weekend weather. Hey there, Rita.
Good to be with you tonight on this cold and windy evening here in the region. We are dealing with strong winds that have been relentless throughout the day today. Out of the west, anywhere between 20 to 40 kilometers per hour. Now, for parts of southwestern Ontario, that has meant streamers and snow squalls, but we've managed to dodge that snow accumulation here in Windsor. As we head into the night, we are expecting that activity to continue. So if you do have travel plans along the 401 towards London, be sure to take that into play. We are tracking the next snowmaking system, and that will come through this weekend. The timing a bit tricky as well, and we will definitely pick up a couple of centimeters of snowfall with that. I will break down the next 48 hours for you coming up a little later in the show, but for now, back to you, Michelle.
Thanks so much, Rita. Well, as Public Works in the city and surrounding municipalities prepare for that incoming weather, the city has renewed their call for snow angels. They're volunteers who help shovel driveways and sidewalks for seniors or others who are unable to do it for themselves. Meanwhile, plows and salt trucks are standing by. Plowing won't begin unless we get 5 centimeters of snow on the ground. Now, once plows have cleared the main roads, if we get that much snow, they will only go into residentials if we get 10 centimeters of snow. Drivers, you are asked to be patient around plows. They typically only travel at about 40 kilometers per hour. We hit the roads today to see how Windsorites are feeling with another blast of winter on deck.
Well, I don't think it's all that bad compared to the rest of the country, Northern Ontario, West. I think we're going to be okay. I'm ready for it. I've been living in Canada all my life, so the winter doesn't really bother me. I'm ready for it, though.
Don't like it. Very, very cold. I'm not very happy.
No problem. We're from northern Manitoba, so this is minor.
I'd rather be here than up north.
Diverse answers there. Well, as we brace for that colder weather, a Windsor organization that helps homeless and at-risk youth is asking for financial support, saying some critical services could disappear. CTV's Chris Campbell joins us now with why advocates say the situation is becoming dire.
Yes, Michelle, the Windsor Youth Centre serves hundreds of young people every month, and that number is climbing. Today they set up in Tecumseh Mall, hoping to get some donations as it's falling well short of its fundraising goals.
I've been here with love and good character.
While many shoppers are looking for deals this Black Friday, one local organization is hoping people will give back instead.
I just felt like I wanted to help out the youth, so I purchased a bunch of sweatpants on behalf of my family. Hopefully it keeps somebody warm this season.
The Windsor Youth Centre was at Tecumseh Mall today collecting donations for its annual Hugs campaign, supporting vulnerable youth across Windsor, Essex, collecting clothing like hoodies, underwear, gloves, as well as personal hygiene products and snacks.
If the youth feel connected with people or feel like people are helping, maybe they're more likely to reach out, use services, do better going forward. So I hope if I can just provide a little bit of hope and a little bit of love, maybe it'll go a long way for somebody.
Youth homelessness is not often seen because a lot of our young people will couch surf or stay with extended family, or they feel more comfortable sleeping out on the streets.
Organizers say the drive comes at a critical time as rising costs and high demand are stretching resources thin.
Unfortunately, when the winter comes, there's really nowhere else for them to go.
We ration these donations for all year. So the winter wear obviously will go out immediately because with the cold weather, the youth need it now. But things like the toothpaste and hygiene supplies, a lot of the extra garments like clothing, we will keep them in our storage and provide them year-round.
The centre operates on an annual budget of $450,000 and sees roughly 300 youth per month, with new faces coming in every day. In August, they launched a new fundraising initiative called the Vital Services for Vulnerable Youth, looking to raise $200,000 by the end of the year. But as of right now, only $60,000 has been raised, forcing reduced hours in case management and system navigation, with officials turning to the public again during the holiday season.
Our staff is working diligently during the evenings to make sure that no youth suffer as a result of this cut. But ultimately, it will start to impact our youth if we can't get those hours back.
While today's Hugs event has wrapped up at the mall, organizers say donations are still welcome year-round, and financial contributions are critical to keeping services running. There are 9 locations where donations can be made across Windsor, Essex. We have those listed online for you. Michelle?
All right, thanks so much, Chris. Chris Campbell reporting live for us tonight in the newsroom. The Real Canadian Superstore on Dougal will be holding a Stuff the Bus campaign this weekend. The store and First Student Busing teamed up a few years ago to have the bus drop off St. Clair College and University of Windsor students to take part in discounted student nights. Now they've teamed up again to stuff a bus with non-perishable food items and toys. Donations of non-perishable food item and toys will be accepted in front of the store. First Student has a list of people and families in need. The rest will be donated to local food banks. The bus will be parked in front of the store Saturday and Sunday. Donations can be dropped off between 9 and noon on Saturday and 2 and 5 on Sunday. We reported last week Windsor's HART Hub on the Homeless and Addiction Recovery Treatment Hub is already up and running. Today, it was made official.
This is a great way to get people who are ready for that, next big step right into treatment, which is incredible.
The Windsor site is part of a nearly $550 million provincial investment to open 28 HART hubs across Ontario. The hub aims to support people facing homelessness, mental health struggles, and substance abuse challenges, while also improving community safety. Associate Minister of Mental Health and Addictions, Vijay Thanasagalam, says this will help people get the care they need on their path to recovery. Ownership is through a partnership between Hotel Dieu Grace Healthcare, the House of Sofrosine, and the Windsor Essex Community Health Centre. The HART Hub connects people to services including primary care, addictions treatment, mental health support, food services, and safe accommodation.
Our research team is also going to be collecting data because ultimately we want to see, are we getting the patient outcomes that we need? Who are we treating? Where can we do better? Can we tighten up in some areas and make changes? And ultimately we want this to become permanent base funding after 3 years. So we really got to demonstrate that there's a business case for this as well.
In just a few hours, well-known Windsorites, including our own Stephanie Mazzotti, will take to the stage at the Easter Seals Dancing with the Stars. Windsor's local Easter Seals ambassador and tonight's MC say ticket sales will help kids be kids.
I'm super excited that I'm back at camp because camp is a really wonderful place where kids like me can do anything that they want to do.
For many kids who receive support through Easter Seals, camp is the highlight of their year. Every activity like swimming, archery, and rock climbing, 100% accessible.
It's completely life-changing. They make friends for life, and they never really forget it either.
Cam Segan got involved with Easter Seals when he was 11.
I don't have much movement in my arms or legs, so I actually use my lips to use my phone. I have always had this disability. It's called congenital amyoplasia. Essentially, where most people's, I believe it's muscle tissue exists. I think it's just fat in my body.
He says he takes the role of ambassador very seriously, doing the best to represent others facing similar challenges.
Kids with physical disabilities, they have the same problems that, you know, quote unquote normal kids do. They just have to deal with the physical barriers that go with them. So, you know, we still get our hearts snapped by girls. We still have to worry about homework. It's just, we do have to worry about things like transportation. You know, transportation isn't always the easiest.
Money raised from Dancing with the Stars will help with things like specialized transportation and equipment like wheelchairs and stair lifts.
Being here is like a dream.
Easter Seals, the slogan, I guess, that they have is helping kids be kids. Slogans can sometimes be cheesy, but that slogan really is something that is happening in the lives of kids here in the community. Sometimes when you're donating or when you hear of an organization like this, you wonder, can I make a difference? What I'd say is you donating, you attending the event, you know, buying a ticket, you are making a difference in a kid's life.
Thank you for supporting Easter Seals Camp.
Thank you for supporting Easter Seals Camp and helping kids be kids.
Stephanie Mazzotti, CTV News.
Point Pelee National Park has reopened after being closed Thursday to remove a number of downed trees. A windstorm Wednesday night brought gusts up to 90 kilometers an hour, knocking down various trees. Officials say it took them all day, but all areas are now safe for visitors. The park is open daily from 7 a.m. to dusk. A disturbing rise in sex trafficking. Still ahead on Windsor's news leader, Canada faces calls for a provincial crackdown. Early Black Friday discounts have been rolling out all week, but will those low prices tempt Canadians to rethink their commitment to buying local this holiday season? Start your day with the latest local news. By signing up for our newsletter, you'll get direct local content straight from CTV Windsor to your inbox, including top stories, the forecast, and videos. You can sign up at ctvnewswindsor.ca. The death toll in Hong Kong has risen to at least 128 people following a fire which tore through multiple high-rise apartment buildings. 79 people were injured by the flames, 200 others remain missing. The complex was undergoing renovations at the time. The 32-story towers were wrapped in bamboo scaffolding and green mesh, which is believed to have allowed the fire to spread so quickly. 8 people overseeing the work have been arrested for manslaughter, and a corruption inquiry has been launched. A growing crime problem in Canadian communities these days is the sex trafficking of women and children. As CTV's Adrian Goldbrill reports, calls to a hotline last year reached an all-time high. With every expectation, it will be the same this year.
Forced into sex work, criminals preyed on Tamia Nagy's vulnerability.
You work 20 hours days. You mainly perform sexual services. You could serve up to 10, 15 clients a day. I was lucky enough that I started out in a strip joint.
Living in poverty in 1998 in Budapest, Hungary, as a 21-year-old, she traveled to Toronto after answering a newspaper ad posted for an overseas nanny.
It was very clear in a very short period of time that the agency is not a real agency. It was an international human trafficking ring.
The Canadian Human Trafficking Hotline received just over 5,100 calls in 2024, an all-time high. A similar number is expected by the end of this year as well.
We need every province in Canada to adapt an anti-human trafficking strategy.
Individuals aren't just being forced into the sex trade. The United Nations has called Canada's temporary worker program a breeding ground for contemporary slavery.
They're using tactics like fear, intimidation, threats, sometimes physical violence and abuse.
Families are also being warned of children being lured through direct messages while playing games on electronic devices.
Young boys, they can also actually be trafficked. Just educate yourself. You don't think it makes a huge difference, but I'm telling you, knowledge is the key.
Nagy was able to escape and has dedicated her life to save someone else from having to walk in her shoes. If you're watching this and believe that you may be a victim or you're concerned about the well-being of someone you know, please call the Canadian Human Trafficking Hotline or your local Victim Services Centre. Adrian Gabriel, CTV News, Toronto.
The federal government has launched a public registry to keep Canadians in the loop on its growing use of artificial intelligence. The registry lists more than 400 areas where AI is now being developed, implemented, or deployed within the government. That includes early research projects and tools for operations. The Treasury Board says that by giving organizations a clearer view of AI activity across government, the registry supports better planning and helps departments identify opportunities to work more efficiently. It says the initial version of the registry includes details like the purpose and description of each system and its intended or current use. Quebec's government is facing pushback after tabling a new bill which adds the province's crackdown on religious expression.
Because we think that when the state is neutral, Quebecers are free.
Bill 9 includes a ban on full face coverings for students and staff in public education settings. It would also prohibit prayer in public institutions, such as colleges and universities, as well as public outdoor spaces. Public institutions like hospitals will be banned from offering halal and kosher foods as well. The legislation is an extension of the 2019 secularism law, which prevents public servants from wearing religious symbols while at work. Back here at home, the city of Windsor is rolling out its annual fall sweep, with street sweepers clearing debris from curbsides and roadways. So far this year, crews have already collected more than 2,000 tons of material from residential streets and major routes, not including the leaves that have yet to fall. Senior Manager of Environmental Services Jim Leather says the sweep is crucial for flood prevention, keeping debris out of catch basins and sewers during heavy rain. The city completes 3 full sweeps a year, covering residential areas by day and main roads overnight. With 4 sweepers working hundreds of kilometers, Leather says removing this much material helps protect Windsor's sanitation system and pollution control plants. A memorial bench for Mad Windsor Essex has been replaced after it was vandalized a few months ago. In September, one of the granite benches at the foot of Dieppe on Riverside Drive was broken. Mad says the bench is more than just a seat. It's a special place to remember loved ones. Officials say this couldn't have come at a better time as we now head into the holiday season and launch the official annual Red Ribbon campaign. We're adding an online map to our website, and we need your help to fill it. We are looking for all the amazing holiday light displays around the city and county. Send us the addresses. You can also send photos or videos of the displays, and we will add them to our gallery. Or you can text us at 10400 or email at newsnow@bellmedia.ca. Canada's main stock index was up on strength in the energy and base metal sectors. In Toronto, the TSX gained 186 points. And in New York, the Dow added 289. The NASDAQ is up 151. The Canadian dollar gained a quarter cent. And on commodity markets, gold added more than $52 an ounce. Oil lost 10 cents a barrel. Health costs keep climbing. Now a new report shows health spending is surging faster than the economy. That story is still ahead.
Tonight's weather snapshot sent in from our viewer Kurt Sasso in Kingsville, a shot of the Lake Erie tides at Pigeon Bay. Thanks so much for sharing, Kurt. The risk for some flurries and light snow continues tonight into Saturday. Our temperatures remain near the freezing mark, feeling close to -10 with the wind chill. We are expecting to warm up slightly on Sunday, but the chance for a rain-snow mix is there for Sunday morning. And then the deep freeze returns next week with chilly temperatures and the risk for flurries in the forecast.
The cold weather is upon us, but will it last for the weekend? Joining me now with our weekend weather forecast is CTV's weather specialist, Rita Ismail.
Good to be with you tonight, Michelle. It has been quite a windy day right across southwestern Ontario, and Windsor was no exception. Although, lucky us, we did manage to miss a cumulative snowfall. We didn't fall under those heavier bands of snow squalls or flurries. Our high today, 1 degree. We struggled in terms of our temperature. Normal this time of year is 8. We were nowhere near that, and we won't see that for quite a while. Our record 18 degrees in 1990, record low -13 in 1955. As we head into the night, we are expecting the winds to slowly start to ease. They'll continue out of the west, but for us, it's good news because we will have a bit of a break in terms of flurry activity for parts of the region that have seen those heavier snow squalls. Now, we are tracking this next weather maker. It's a low pressure system that will intensify as it gradually pushes through over the weekend. The timing will play out like this. So we have a bit of a break tomorrow morning. We'll see the sunshine early on between 6 to 8, and then cloud cover will slowly push through in advance of that low pressure system. And then widespread snowfall moving in about 9 p.m. Saturday, and then it will be an all-night thing right into Sunday morning. There is a chance we could switch into mixed bag of precipitation Sunday afternoon as our temperature bumps up to 1 or 2 degrees Sunday. We're expecting, as the system moves out, for that snow to transition to rain. So it will be quite tricky to navigate those major roadways. This evening, the wind out of the west, 20 to 40 kilometers per hour, but again, it should start to ease later tonight. It will be cold overnight, -3 around midnight. So if you are heading out on the town, bundle up. It will feel like -9. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to kick things off at -7 under mainly sunny skies. The clouds pushing through in the afternoon, the winds variable, and then anticipating a high of 1 degree for your Saturday. Your Sunday, too, however, we will be in and out of that snowfall throughout the Sunday morning and then switching to rain. Your 7-day forecast is brought to you by Enercare, experts at home. So in terms of temperatures, the next 2 will be the warmest in the foreseeable future. As we officially welcome December on Monday, it will be cold, -6 first thing Monday morning, mostly cloudy conditions to a mix of sun and cloud, Monday through to Friday, and then a deep freeze pushes in, Michelle. We are expecting to drop to -8 degrees for our daytime high on Friday, feeling like -15 with that wind chill. Michelle?
Lifetime, brought to you by Safeguard Medical Alert Systems.
Inflation is driving Canada's health spending to nearly $400 billion. A new report suggests innovation is needed to address current challenges. CTV's Scott Hurst reports.
Rising costs are a reality. Inflationary pressures, along with a growing and aging population, are stretching healthcare budgets, ultimately making it more expensive to just maintain current levels of care. A new report from the Canadian Institute for Health Information estimates that in 2025, healthcare spending in Canada will grow nearly 2 percentage points faster than the economy, reaching a projected $399 billion. That's a yearly increase of just over 4%. But even though health spending continues to rise, researchers suggest more spending alone will not solve the current challenges facing patients and healthcare providers.
The bottom line, we're seeing growth in health spending, but a large part of that is going towards the cost of existing care, and it leaves little room for significant investments and change.
Hospitals, physicians, and drugs remain the major areas of spending. Combined, just those three categories are expected to make up more than 50% of total health spending in Canada in 2025. As the report points out, in the current environment, simply increasing spending is becoming much more difficult. Investments, it argues, should be made where they can have the most direct impact on patients, such as improving primary care and providing more care in the community. So the solution, according to the report, is not just more funding, it's innovating how healthcare is delivered. Scott Hurst, CTV News, Toronto.
The Make-A-Wish Foundation has helped a Windsor boy and his family. Now they're participating in a new fundraiser to try to help the other children on the wait list. CTV's Brian Bicknell reports.
11-year-old Marcus and brother 8-year-old Mason have some fun around their family's Tree of Joy. Marcus has leukemia, and he and his family recently took a trip to Disney World in Florida for his Make-A-Wish Canada wish. So what did he like best?
Roller coasters.
The family from Windsor is taking part in the Make-A-Wish Trees of Joy event, where a custom festive tree is decorated for every child's favorite things and taken to the family home. As for Marcus, in and out of Children's Hospital in London for the past 3 years, parents Cindy and Adrian say Make-A-Wish is a break from the stress.
The tough times, it was, supporting Marcus and just another way of they have really contributed to our family and making sure that, we've just a breath of relief, and especially during the holidays, and really makes our son and our family, really happy to be here, and that support that they've shown us over the years.
We went to Disney, and it was a wonderful family trip to not worry about anything and just be kids and a family, and this too just kind of puts all the stress behind and try to move forward.
Trees of Joy is supporting 20 children with critical illness and their families, up from 16 last year. Across Ontario, 1,200 children are waiting for their wish, according to CEO Megan Stovall-McKnight.
Because wishes are medicine, and through events like Trees of Joy, we are able to raise money to make these wishes come true because we receive no government funding. Each of these kids is on their own journey with critical illness, and they have been prescribed a wish to help support them on that journey.
The Trees of Joy London event raised $200,000 through various sponsors.
And so each of these sponsors here today has given $10,000 to wish it forward to a child who received their wish next year.
Brian Bicknell, CTV News.
Coming up, we're at the dance bar.
And we're going to try to do that.
And not break anything.
This year, many people have prioritized purchasing Canadian products, even if it costs a little more. But there are indications now the lure of low prices ahead of the holidays may lead some to rethink that strategy. CTV's Andrew Johnson has the story.
The decorations are up at Vancouver's Pacific Centre, whether shoppers are ready or not.
How's the budget this year? Are you spending more or less, the same?
I don't have one yet.
It's easy if you're spending someone else's money.
Are you planning to spend more money this year, less?
Yeah, I hope more.
How come?
Money of my boyfriend.
For many Canadians, it has been a year of careful spending and supporting local in the face of the U.S. trade war.
Buy Canadian is my priority.
Absolutely, I've been trying to buy Canadian.
But that isn't on everyone's radar.
Are you trying to buy Canadian or do you care?
I don't care.
One question now on Black Friday, featuring the biggest discounts of the year. Will saving money win out over patriotism? analysts say it may.
Wallets are stretched, and so people who maybe were only buying Canadian, may be tempted, particularly for those big ticket items where there's a big gap between Canadian goods and perhaps US goods. They may be tempted to let their values rest just for a little bit.
There are indications that's happening already, not in the mall, but at the grocery store, where Canadians may be reverting back to their regular shopping habits. That's coming from the CEO of Loblaw, who recently said more shoppers are returning to U.S. products as prices have fallen, at a time of year that's not just crucial for retailers.
For us, it's about selective spending and making sure that you get value out of what you're spending your dollars on these days.
Dollars being pulled in many different directions at once. Andrew Johnson, CTV News, Vancouver.
The last weekend of November always has lots to do. This weekend is no different. Joining us now for a look at weekend events is our Melanie Kentner and Virgin Radio's Johnny Parks with What's Up, YQG.
Yeah, we're at the dance bar with, as you can see, some excellent dancers. So, Johnny, are you a good dancer?
I'm not that good, but yeah, I can kind of run, sure. This is Blake and Lindsay from the dance bar. Can you tell us about Dancing with the Easter Seal Stars?
Absolutely. We have an incredible event filled with lots of dancing, great food, and a night of entertainment for you guys at Caesars.
Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. Look at her dancing. Just take it off.
We have sold out all 700 tickets, which is amazing, but you can still vote for your favorite celebrity at dancingeasterseals.org.
Well, I know my favorite celebrity is going to be Stephanie, our anchor, and she's been working for weeks on the jive. But how many other local celebrities are there?
We have paired 10 local celebrities with the incredible talent we have here in Windsor.
Yes, we'd like to thank our local participating studios. We have Art of Dance, Wind City Salsa, Rivertown Dance Academy, and Ballroom at its Best participating with us in the event.
And of course, the big winners are Easter Seals. Can you tell us about where the money is going?
This organization helps to provide financial aid for children with disabilities and their families, and as well as this amazing camp opportunities where kids of all capabilities can go. They can stay overnight, they can zip line, they can swim. It's just a really fantastic opportunity.
Well, that is a great cause. Johnny and I didn't make the cut this year, but I think we should still try out a few steps. What do you think?
Okay.
All right, we're going to start off taking it by the hands here. Melanie, you're going to step out on your right foot. Johnny, you're going to step out on your left foot. Then Melanie's going to step in on her left. Johnny, you wrap around. And then the big moment, we go, woo. And there it is.
Well, thank you so much, guys. That was a very interesting and humbling experience, but I think we learned a few things.
I think I pulled something, actually. So.
Okay, now we're going to talk about what else is going on this weekend.
Yeah, Bright Lights Windsor kicking off, and it's going to be going on until January 7th at Jackson Park.
Oh, I love that show. And there's also going to be some holiday music at the casino.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Yeah, the Tenors. I got an all-ages show going on Friday night as well at the Coliseum stage.
Perfect. And keep in mind, we're still giving away Tourism Windsor Essex gift guide.
Yeah, you've got your chance to do that with the code word TWEPI. Enter that on the CTV website.
Well, good luck, everyone, and good luck to all the dancers. Thank you so much for teaching us everything. We put all the links online, and that's What's Up, YQG.
Cancer for a Cause is back for its 22nd year.
Join us as we broadcast live from Devonshire Mall.
We'll be collecting cash and non-perishable food items for the Society of St. Vincent de Paul.
We need your help, generosity, and goodwill.
Visit us online for more information.
This is your CTV Windsor, our community calendar. The Tree of Lights campaign continues to shine at Hotel de Grace Healthcare. This year, all funds raised support HDGH's vital outpatient rehabilitation programs. See you next time on Our Community.
It's time to check in on what's happening now with Kate Otterbein. And Kate, I understand Windsor is getting a new option for Italian eats next year.
Yes, this is exciting for all the foodies out there. So Scatterbush is set to open in Windsor in the spring. The restaurant specializes in handmade Italian foods like pizza, gelato, and hand-stretched fresh mozzarella. I don't know about you, but I will be the first in line to try this place. It's moving into Roundhouse Center on Howard, where the former Tommy's Barbecue was. Anna C. Johnson, Vice President for Marketing for Service-Inspired Restaurants, explains why they chose the franchise here in Windsor.
It was the residents of Windsor that started coming to London, I guess passing through, and they started asking for Scatterbush to come to Windsor, and that's really what sparked our interest in the first place. And then as soon as we started looking for locations in Windsor, we absolutely fell in love with the community and the city.
Now, Michelle, do you know what Scatterbush means?
I do not. I'd never even heard of this restaurant. I had to look it up and be like, oh, it's a restaurant.
Yes, and I think it's mainly in the States, from my understanding, but it's Italian for a little bit of everything, which I think the menu says it all.
You can't go wrong with that. All right, so let's talk about our website. Is there anything on there that's getting some good traffic today?
Yes, over in Erie, a car ended up in Lake Erie after the driver accidentally hit the gas pedal instead of the brake. The incident happened last night on Mariners Road, and the car launched into a canal for boats. Upon impact, the windshield broke. Two young women, 18 and 20 years old, were inside at the time, but were able to get out through the windshield. Luckily, they only suffered minor injuries. More details are available on our website. And in our social spotlight tonight, check out these two cute old guys who just found out there's such thing as driverless taxis.
Where is the guy? What?
Buckle up.
Where?
To Xanadu Coffee Company.
Oh, no, Amanda. Do you trust this? Amanda.
Kenny and his friend aren't quite sure if they trust this, and I can't really blame them. This new taxi system is called Waymo, and it operates completely on its own. It will play music for passengers and has phone support available if something goes wrong. Now, I will say I've seen quite a few videos of these cars, unsure what to do when there's emergency road closure or anything unexpected happens. So I do understand the apprehension.
I do understand the apprehension, and this is another example where I'm like, but there's a person in there with them videotaping. So they must have known something was up.
Yes. Well, so that was, you can order specifically Waymo, and that was, I think, his granddaughter who ordered it to surprise them, and
just
it was a whole thing.
And they were like, why aren't you, you're on the wrong. Got it. I got to agree with you. If someone was to do that to me, I'd be like, hang on, wait a minute. I would be like those two old guys.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Let's call the regular taxi next time.
Exactly. It's so much easier. All right, viewers, you can submit content for our trending segment here.
And it's easy. You can either email it to newsnow@bellmedia.ca or text it to 10400.
Snow on the beach, ice cold waves. These thrill seekers are surfing Lake Superior like it's nothing. Their story when we return. And as promised, let's take one last final look at the weather. Joining me once again, Rita Snell.
Michelle, you're going to need to bundle up if you're heading out on the town tonight. Our temperatures going to drop, and there's that wind chill. It will have us feeling close to about -14 overnight tonight, and that chance for some isolated flurries is there as well. Let's recap your 7-day forecast brought to you by Enercare experts at home. So we're expecting to hit 1 degree tomorrow, mostly cloudy conditions. To the east of us, there will be dealing with flurries and snow squalls, but we are expecting to stay dry here in Windsor, Essex. Now Sunday, everybody's getting snow and the possibility for some mixed precipitation as well. We have a low pressure system that will swing through overnight Saturday into Sunday throughout the morning hours. And as we warm up to that 2-degree mark, we're expecting to switch from snow to rain, so it could get a little bit tricky. Monday, mostly cloudy, and then a big temperature drop next week, -8 a week from today, feeling close to -15 with that wind chill. So we'll definitely be getting into that deep freeze. Michelle?
Yeah, no kidding. Thanks so much for that. All right, Kate Otterbein joins me again on the desk tonight with what we've got on deck for tonight at 11.
Yes, we have 2 grand openings happening tonight. Bright Lights kicks off tonight in just a few moments' time, so we're going to head down and check out this year's display. A big night in LaSalle as well. They're officially opening the brand new skating loop at LaSalle Landing. We'll see, Michelle, if the wind will keep people at home or if they will brave it for a nice community event.
I have a feeling, given how many people went out yesterday for the NFL block party, I feel like a lot of people are going to. These are really great. It's a big first event in LaSalle, but it's also a really fun, festive event in Windsor at Bright Lights.
And I drove past the loop. It looks so fun.
Does it look good? Oh, there you go. See, there's a good advice, good tip to all of our viewers to go and check it out. All right, thanks so much, Kate. Well, speaking of cold weather, it is chilly outside right now, but it's a lot colder on Lake Superior, especially if you want to surf.
Instant brain freeze as soon as you go underwater.
And yet they still did this. With snow covering previously sandy beaches, these adventure seekers thought it would be the perfect time to throw on some wetsuits and catch some of the waves earlier this week. That must be some kind of a cold adrenaline rush. I'm not sure I could do that. Would you do that?
Oh, absolutely not. I did the polar plunge once, and it was awful. And
that's one of I did it, check, never again.
Yes.
Great cause, but I'll just give them my money next time.
Yes.
Fair. I haven't done the polar plunge. I might have to do that one time.
It is all right. It's fun.
It's good to get into this year. Well, that's good. All right. On behalf of the entire CTV team on both sides of your camera, thank you for joining us, and thank you for supporting local news.
For updates throughout the night and over the weekend, head over to ctvnewswindsor.ca.
I'll be back with your only late local newscast tonight at 11.